Hello, I'm Misha Glenny. I'm so sorry I can't be with you there in person, but I promise that I will do my very best to get there next year. Now, you all probably know me as the author of McMafia, a non-fiction book which was turned into a successful BBC TV drama series. But actually, I think that my most important work happened earlier in my career when I was the BBC's Central Europe correspondent and I was covering the wars in the former Yugoslavia. Now, unless you're a very assiduous watcher of the news here in Britain, you probably won't have noticed that Bosnia-Herzegovina is creeping up the agenda again. There is a serious political crisis, a profound constitutional crisis brewing in that country, but it's being driven by politicians, not by ordinary people. But ordinary people are picking up the messages that their politicians are sending, and they're getting frightened. They're intimidated by the political rhetoric, and they are withdrawing into their own communities. One Bosnian I spoke to at the beginning of this week said the atmosphere was just like that which prevailed before the outbreak of hostilities in 1992. So an extremely nerve-wracking time for people in Bosnia. One day in April 1992, at the end of April, beginning of May, they were celebrating a public holiday, and the next day, out of the blue, the shooting began. And it didn't stop for several years. Now, Brčko is a peculiarity that emerged from the Dayton Accords of 1995 because it's not part of the two main entities which make up Bosnia-Herzegovina. It is its own jurisdiction. And for that reason, when things start to go bad, it becomes a sort of apple of discord for the politicians, not though for the ordinary people. But people have been withdrawing into their shells, and this is a worrying sign. Not all people, however, because Svitak, which means firefly in the local language, has been giving opportunities for people from different communities, young people in particular, to come together to discover and rediscover the ties that bind them. And in this way, Svitak has been keeping alive the memory of what Brčko was before the 1990s and what it was well on its way to becoming again in the past 25 years or so. Now, the film you're about to see cannot be shown in Brčko. It would be too much of a risk for the young people involved because they may face recrimination and perhaps even worse if their support for Svitak became too publicly known. Svitak is vital for the political, social and mental health of Brčko, itself a town whose history proves that not only can integration work in Bosnia, it must work. Everyone here can help by showing their support for the invaluable, the unique work that Firefly and Svitak do in a unique place in Bosnia-Herzegovina. Thank you very much.